Yeah, okay, start.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Kelvin and this is the TheCoolCarGuys review.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I feel like I want to like make a point that all these car influencers are getting the Jazz Hybrid for review, and we are not getting any of it.
It's recording, you know.
So I'm using my car, which is a Jazz Hybrid, and no one has been reviewing this car. So I would tell you like the top 5 things that I like about the Jazz Hybrid.
All right.
So first of all, I really like the cool meter cluster. Definitely, it's one of the my favorite things about this car. It's bright, and you can adjust the brightness right here and show you all the information you needed. Like what I mentioned earlier, I'm a very fuel sensitive person, so I'll put the car in this mode whereby I can see when the car is charging and when the car is running on engine, so I can monitor my driving. So it's good. Secondly, I really like the gear lever. It's a shift by wire gear lever. Within this budget range, it's a very good deal. I mean, on the same range, you can get like, let's say the Ioniq or the Prius, which will cost a bang. The Prius is not available right now. I mean, back in the days, if you buy a Prius hybrid, it definitely costs you like 100k. But this car, it's less than 100k. You can get a car with quite a chunky technology, I would say. Third of all, quiet driving. For the first time, we can finally do the recording in this car with the AC on because it's so quiet. It's running on EV right now. Let me show you. So right here, the indicator shows EV. It means the car is running on electric mode. Super efficient. I like it's so quiet. Fourth things, cruise control. Later, I'm gonna show you how I can drive efficiently using cruise control. This is something. It's a tips and tricks that I found out. It's not everyone can. I mean, I don't think anyone knows about this. You can run on the EV and put on cruise control at the same time. Super cool. And magic seats, definitely, because I'm someone who carry things around. So magic seats definitely. The magic seats definitely helps me a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the 5 things that I like about my car.
Okay, that's good for the 5 things that you like about the car.
Yeah.
Now for the 5 things that you hate about the car.
I think we go and show it to them. There are 5 things to like about a car. Definitely, you will have some things that you don't like it. So for Jazz Hybrid, the first thing that I don't like is the lack of retractable side mirror. So on right here, there's very little control. You can control the left side mirror and right side mirror, and that's it. There's no retractable side mirror. So means that every time you park at the narrow spots, you have to go down off the car, retract it, and then go to the other side and retract it. So it's very troublesome for me.
Yeah. What else?
I don't really like the infotainment system. It's too basic for me. It's not even an Android setup. It's just some stock infotainment, which has like very minimal control. Even the settings has like really minimal control. You can't control most of the features here. Control the language, the Bluetooth. That's it. A very basic infotainment system. Yeah. And I think the hybrid model for Honda, they brand it as Sports Hybrid, and you have it on City Hybrid. And why don't have it in Jazz Hybrid? What I'm talking is the pedal shifter. There's no pedal shifter right here. I can put my hands on it. I can click on it. So it makes me feel like, oh well, why the City Hybrid gets it and why the Jazz Hybrid gets it? Oh, that doesn't get it. Like, why are you being so biased right now?
Later that same evening.
I want to do a side-by-side view though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I do the intro first. So right now we're gonna see, we're gonna do what? What's this thing called?
A drag race.
Yeah, right now we're gonna do a drag race between the Jazz Hybrid and the Jazz S model. So let's just see who reached there the fastest. All right.
Kelvin, ready?
Okay.
Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Let go, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay guys, now we're done with the exterior and interior walk around of the Honda Jazz. Now we're going to take it for a drive and to see what it's like on the roads of Malaysia, of Kuala Lumpur, in the real world.
In the real world. Before that, let me just run through with the numbers first. Okay, so the Jazz Hybrid is running on 4-cylinder engine. It comes with the DOHC.I VTEC engine. But it comes with the electric model. So the electric model, it's giving it another additional 30 horsepower, which in total it's 137 horsepower, and shit, I can't see. And 170 Newton meter of torque. Yeah,
not too bad for a car this size.
Yeah. So as compared to the petrol engine, so it's a significantly a little bit.
The power output for the normal Jazz.
Yeah,
petrol.
the petrol Jazz is slightly lower.
It has only about 120 horsepower and 114 Newton meters of torque. That's for the regular petrol Jazz.
145 to be exact.
145, give or take around there.
Yes.
Alright.
But it doesn't matter. It's just numbers on the paper. But taking on the road driving, it definitely makes a difference, right? Does it feel like driving the hybrid Honda?
Well, it's a bit more. The throttle response is a bit more notchy in a way. So let's say if you like press the pedal a little bit firmer than normal, it kind of just kicks you back into the seat with the initial takeoff. But other than that, once it gets going, it's actually really, really good. It's smooth and it's reasonably powerful. I mean, 137 horsepower is no joke though.
Yeah,
it's really, really not bad. I quite like it actually.
But there's one thing about the handling, I would say.
What?
It feels a bit light, right, the car?
I can't say much about that.
You can't say much about that. But as compared to the Honda City, it definitely feels a little bit lighter.
Yes.
So to speak, yes. The Honda City has a I feel like it has the volume in it, it has the density in it.
Yeah.
But for the Jazz, you throw it around, it can feel like there's a significant body roll.
Yes, it does feel a bit more roly-poly in a way. But I've actually driven the City Hybrid before and it's a bit more planted. Just a bit more.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah. Typical of Hondas, right? The NVH has never been like the best in the business. But it's still not to say it's not like
it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah,
it's not too bad,
right?
Right. I mean, it's running on the 15-inch tires. As compared to the high-spec V-spec, it has a 16-inch. You can feel there's a significant difference in it. I think the V-spec has better grips on the road.
Yep.
And then the noise, definitely it's lesser on the 16-inch wheels. But on the 15-inch wheels, which is a Jazz Hybrid, you can feel like there's a lot of undulation when you go on those what's those stripes thing on the road?
Yeah, the road markers.
Yeah, the road markers. Yes. And for this hybrid model, you don't really get a spare tires. So
actually, for any of the hybrid models from the Honda, you only get a tire repair kit.
So I think it's fair enough because the boot space was taken off by the battery pack. So that's the only thing you can do rather than having nothing at all.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And for hybrid model, it actually comes with 8 years battery warranty. So within these 8 years, if your battery ever breaks down, you can send to Honda and get a replacement. But if it's out of 8 years, then good luck. I mean, the whole scenario in Malaysia is that you don't drive a hybrid for more than 8 years.
Yes.
So even for some of the drivers out there, they would easily replace their car like within 8 years. So getting a hybrid should be good enough for you. You don't have to worry about spending $1 to replace the battery. Even if you really have to replace the battery, Honda is offering it for a special rate. So it's not gonna be as expensive as the Mercedes.
No.
Right, remember that, right? We saw that on the news. Like replacing a battery on the Mercedes E-Class is gonna cost you like 140k, which is exactly buying a new car. So I think the replacing a battery for hybrid in Honda, it's just gonna cost you like 5,000 max. Yeah. I guess if we're comparing this to a Perodua, definitely better in terms of handling. But when it comes to Proton, it's not as good as Proton.
Yeah.
But when it comes to fuel consumption, this is definitely one of the best.
Yeah. I like how you just like throw shit at Perodua.
I mean, deep down, like everyone knows that, right? Like, right?
Yes.
Not trying to throw shades.
Yeah.
But a little bit shades can make a great improvement. Then I'm more willing to throw some shades.
Okay, I'm good, thank you.
But I would say one thing.
Yeah.
DCT, it's better than CVT. Yeah,
Hands down
on that. Gear shift is fast. Pickup is fast, especially when you're going from you're going on the highway and you wanna like
overtake someone.
Yeah, overtake someone.
Yeah.
Or even accelerating from a complete traffic light standstill. Like
Ticket or touch and go?
touch and go.
Where? Oh.
Always use touch and go because it's convenient. My touch and go is a bit old.
Yeah, it's a shitty one.
Yeah. I need to replace a new one.
Some cars a bit different lah.
Okay guys, so I told you that I'm gonna teach you how to run more efficiently in the Jazz Hybrid. So it's actually very easy. It's combining with the pedal. You have to use a certain pedal controls and also the cruise control. So right here, Jordan would demo how to use these tricks on this Jazz Hybrid.
Alright, so let's just get up to 60 first.
Let's just get up to 60. Let's say you're driving on the normal highway.
Actually, no, it's impossible to get to 60 here.
Oh.
You see, it's like...
Okay, it's on EV already. So you press cruise control.
Okay, cruise main.
And then press down button. Yeah, so running on EV.
So I'm stuck to the speed already.
Yeah, you're stuck to the speed. And it's on EV. Yeah, it's on EV.
Oh, good, but I'm not...
So you just let go your pedal and let it glide.
Alright, so now having driven both cars, me and Kelvin have concluded that if you want the best bang for your buck, get the Honda Jazz Hybrid. Why? Well, 3 things. 1, it's more fuel efficient. 2, it's more engaging to drive compared to the regular Honda Jazz. And 3, if you're comparing the Honda Jazz Hybrid based to the Honda Jazz S, well, it's actually a lot better to just get the hybrid. You might have to spend a bit more extra, but it's well worth the premium upgrade. So, what did you think about this video? Let us know in the comments. This is Jordan signing off from the Cool Car Guys. Thank you and see you again.
Joey, wait, we haven't do the outro yet.